Yeah, the main theme of this vlog is just that I'm happy and I love what I'm writing. Hey guys, thanks for gathering here today. I believe critics are saying it will be the best vlog ever. So, I'm Jay. I'm an aspiring literary fiction author. And yeah, I'm starting a writing vlog. Buckle up, everybody. If this is your first video of mine, I'm writing a book that I call The Shark Book. It is a book about friendship. It is about two friends in the Florida Keys who happen to be shark divers, and I love it so much. It's so summery and nostalgic, and it's a coming of age. Well, it's not really a coming of age story, but it's a growing up story. Yeah, I just love it so much. I have been writing the same scene for a really long time. I don't want to talk about that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm writing for myself, and I would like to start querying this book early next year in 2027, but I'm not rushing it. I do feel like that's possible, but I'm not like, I haven't broken down the word count or been like, oh, I need to do this much to get there. I just want to write it. And when it's done, it will be done. Yeah, the main theme of this vlog is just that I'm happy and I love what I'm writing because I recently made the decision to stop sharing it with people. Not to say that that was making me not happy writing, I still was. But now I just feel like it's me and my baby, and I'm just making it into something I love. And then I will send it out into the world when I feel like it's ready. It's coming together a lot more like how I wanted it to because I'm not worried about, oh, will this look to someone else how it looks to me? Right now, I'm just like, let me get it to my vision. As long as it's something that I'm proud of, I'm proud of it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a motivational speaker. I'm just saying I feel so great that I'm writing for myself. It makes me feel okay for taking it slow because then I get like a little line that I just love so much and I'm like, I'm glad I took my time. Like there was this scene where one of them was laying on a hammock and then there was a cat laying on him and the cat was black and I was saying its eyes were like the moon during summer, like a late summer moon, like that yellow color. And then I was like, I wasn't feeling the scene. And then I changed the cat to orange. And then I made its eyes like the color of a honeydew melon. And all of a sudden I was like, wow, I love this scene. Because it just got brighter in my head and it just felt like more of what I was picturing. So, anyways, I'm crazy. Yeah, I don't usually like to stretch out these intros for time, but I don't really have anything to say. I want to finish the scene that I'm writing today, the one that I've been working on for way too long. I decided I'm going to do a little come back to this later moment because I'm getting stuck. Basically, I'm trying to introduce a character who's going to be really important throughout the story, but she's not really that important in this first section, like the first act, I guess you could call it, of the book. I'm putting a lot of pressure on making this scene set her up perfectly for the rest of the book, but I think it would be better to leave a space right now, like, oh, we meet this character. And then once I know what happens with her, then I feel like I can go and make this more meaningful. So I'm allowing myself to just come back to it later, which is another joy of not feeling like I have to send it to people. Obviously, you can send your work with brackets, but like, I would just welcome to the vlog. I hope you love it so much and you want to marry it and you just give it a big fat kiss on the lips and you just like point up, point up. Hello. What would you guys do if I turned British? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the book segment. Everyone's favorite segment ever. I'm reading Orbital by Samantha Harvey. Orbital won the Booker Prize in 2024 And I don't really know what the Booker Prize is, but it got it right on the money with this one, okay? Orbital is about the 6 astronauts and cosmonauts in the National Space Station, and it just is it's like one day for them, and they orbit the Earth a million billion times in that day. The writing is beautiful, and then just the ideas of it, just when you think of everything going on in the world, like this book just really puts things into perspective. It's so good. I've cried. I haven't laughed out loud. Like, it's not that funny, but there's some good things in here. Yeah, this book is so good. I'm gonna read to you a little description section that I love. This isn't like exactly the kind of writing voice I want to emulate, but I just think this is so beautiful and it really inspires me to write. So don't fall asleep while I'm reading this. I know I don't have a lot of literary fiction girls in the room, but just listen to my soothing voice. Worn by the humidity. Think of a wooden house that's worn, all its wood smooth to the touch, worn by the humidity and heat and snow, and disheveled by small earthquakes. Then imagine a youngish man and woman bent over their vegetable patch outside, while the lead weight of the August sky bears down. Pumpkins growing, lots of them, as big as the moon looks in its summer fullness, and nothing but the sound of the sea. No, nothing but the sound of cicadas, crickets, bullfrogs, the tear-tear of the woman's hands at the weeds, the tap-tap of the man's brisk voice between bouts of digging, and the sea. There's just something about it. Okay, so that book won the Booker Prize, as we have discussed, and this book won the Booker Prize in 2025. So it's called Flesh by David. David, I'm going to respect you and not pronounce this name at this time. I will voice over when I know how to pronounce your last name. It's Saloy, David Saloy. I actually don't know what this book is about at all. I don't need to know. I know it won the Booker Prize. I've been wanting to read books that have won awards recently because I feel like it's good to know. It's good to know what the people are raving about in the market. Will the shark book win an award? Yeah. Okay. So I have this little perler bead dangly object in my car. I'll put a picture of it. And I made that when I bought my car, just things that I liked. And you know what I like a lot right now? Fruit. Yeah, I've just been really into fruit, mostly because of my book. The first section is it doesn't take place all during summer, but there's a lot of fruit involved. Like, there's fruit in every scene, and I just wanted it to be really nostalgic and kind of feel like like childhood summer break, basically. I wanted to get that like really fresh, nostalgic, fruity feeling. And so I've just been really into fruit lately, and so I thought I'd make a little dangly with fruit. I think I might just do citrus. I especially am into citrus because, you know, the Florida Keys, key limes, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna make a little craft and give you a writing update. Yesterday I mentioned that I had been writing a scene for a really long time, and I was like, I'm gonna finish it today. I just realized it was like so hard to write because I've just been picking away at it for so long. Basically, I just decided this is way harder than it has to be. I think in a week or two when I have some distance, this will be way easier to write. So I abandoned that scene. I think in a vlog a while ago, I mentioned that this whole book was going to be written in vignettes. Not all of my favorite books, but a lot of my favorite books are vignette style, and they're just like, they'll just be a paragraph with this really stunning idea, and it's related to what's going on, but it's not it's not like a typical book. Like, you can kind of insert ideas that don't totally go with the flow of the narrative, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. I realized I love that, and I kind of forgot that I wanted to do that. Then today, after I had that revelation, I wrote for an hour. I have to tell you guys something. If you saw my last vlog, I said that sometimes I leave myself notes for ideas, but there will be typos in the notes, so then I don't know what I was talking about. AKA a cookie in the shed moment. Last night, I was about to fall asleep and I was really comfortable. I was in a great position, and I got this idea for something that should be in the book. I was like, ugh, I know I should turn over, get my phone, leave myself a little voice note, but I was just so comfy and I didn't want to look at my phone and wake myself up at all. So I was like, I'll remember it. But I have learned that if I just rely on myself remembering something, I'm not going to. So I like to give myself a little clue so that I can remember. And so I'll tell you my clue. I just want you to know this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So if you're confused, I'm also very confused. So when I woke up this morning, basically, I remembered like, oh, I had something last night. I was supposed to remember something from last night. And I had this image in my head. I had like the word Zoogle, like Google with a Z. And I was like, Zoogle, like I know that was something. And then I was like, Google. And then I was like, was I supposed to Google something? And then I was like, what was I supposed to Google? And where did the Z come from? And then I remembered the Z came from the fact that I have Zoloft next to my bed. I ended up remembering the thing that I wanted to put in the book was that Sawyer was gonna Google something. Just like a question, and the way he words it reveals a lot about his character. But last night when I was half asleep, I thought that I would look at my Zoloft and think Zoogle, like Google, and then I would remember. So, moral of the story, I need like a little notepad so I can write ideas for myself because this is getting very deadly. But yeah, anyways, I woke up, I wrote that line, it was really good. But I kind of realized that because I had forgotten about the vignette of it all, I had this section kind of outlined, and within the confines of that outline, I felt like I was gonna miss out on some really interesting ideas and things that I would discover with vignettes. So at the end of my writing session, I made a little sub-tab on my brainstorm Google Doc, and it just says exercises, and I'm just gonna go through and like write things. Like I'm not gonna think of a specific place where it should go. I'm just gonna write ideas about their friendship at this point in the story. I'm just gonna go and explore and then just kind of piece it all together eventually. I almost feel like I don't know how to write a book for real. Like if I tried to write a Save the Cat book, I think I would explode. Like, I wonder if the vignettes is just me not really knowing how to write a book. And so I'm like, let me just write pieces of a book and then just put it together and be like, it's a book. I think I'm gonna just film a little B-roll of me doing this because I can't speak to you and find yellow beads at the same time. It's very difficult. I used translucent beads, like the flesh of citrus in real life. Sarah, what do you think of my new decoration?
Yes.
You like it? The pink one's the best. Welcome to part 2 of the book segment. I finished Orbital this morning. I think there's B-roll of that, maybe. And I just got back from work and I was like, let me just pick up Flesh. Let me read a couple pages. I read the first chapter. It was like 35 pages, I think. So good. And it's just a coincidence, by the way, that it has an apple on it. Like, hello, in my fruit video? Come on. This chapter, like, so efficient. This is so inspiring. It's literally what I want to be doing right now. Like, I feel like I'm trying to cover a lot of ground and I don't want to get too caught up in the details of things. That's kind of what I'm getting at when I'm saying I want to do vignettes. It's like I want to make everything efficient. I want everything to pack a punch. I don't need these long scenes. I just want to get the ideas across and the feelings. And this just came to me at the perfect moment. This first chapter, I have never read something so efficient, and it's like it's so simple. It seems simple, but it's like I can picture everything so perfectly. I feel like I know the main character so well, and it's third person, which my book is also third person, a close third person. I haven't had a 5-star in a really long time, and I feel like this is going to be great. Oh my god. I want to write now. It is bedtime. Yeah. So, earlier when I wrote, I didn't write for very long. I only wrote for like 15 minutes. But I thought of this amazing little vignette. Sexuality is a thing in this book. I thought of this vignette where my main character Sawyer is thinking about sexuality. He's like probably 16 at this point. No spoilers, I'm not getting into what he was thinking about, but it was so good, and I wouldn't have thought of it if I had been rushing to hurry up and finish this section. I would never have thought of this because it wasn't part of what I had outlined, but it was just an idea I had, and it didn't really have a place. But because I was just having some fun and experimenting, I thought of it. I just feel great. I love my book. Thank God. But yeah, and before I go, I also wanted to say the other day I was thinking about the phrase write what you know, because my book takes place in the Florida Keys and I have never been there before. But my friend Kay, who lives in Florida, when I sent her part of it, she said she felt like she was there. And I was just thinking, like, when people say write what you know, it obviously doesn't mean you can only write what you've lived, but if you infuse the parts that you haven't lived with specific experiences that you've had, it makes it feel really real. So, like, I have these really specific sensory details and feelings and thoughts, so it feels real even though I have never been to the place. And that's important to do because otherwise you're just going to base the setting off of pictures that you've seen of this place that you've never been to, and that's so flat and boring. So, you know what it's like to live. Even the most stupid little things, like I eat oranges every day, and so I know really specifically what it's like to peel and eat an orange. And so I put that in, and all of a sudden the scene feels really alive. I just love fruit. Also, this morning I got scammed for $300 right when I woke up.